We are rolling right along with our team previews. This is number 19 of 32. We are getting close to the end of the AFC East, week number 5. It's the New England Patriots. Hello, boys and girls. Where you at? I am Jim Derry, and this is bet.nola.com, powered by the Dattitude Podcast. What do we think about the Patriots? We're going to talk about a lot about not just Mac Jones, not just about Bill O'Brien, not just about Rhamondre Stevenson, but we're going to talk about their schedule, because if there's any team in the league that their schedule affects what we think about them, it's this one, and it's coming up next. Indeed, we are ready for the New England Patriots. A lot to talk about here. Team that went 8-9 last season, was third in the AFC East. They did not make the playoffs for just the third time in 20 seasons. So are we at the point where we're saying, you know what? There was the debate. Remember when Tom Brady left? Was it Brady? Was it Belichick? Was it Brady-check? I mean, was it the combination of the two? Starting to look like it was Brady. I mean, look, no one's denying Bill Belichick is a fantastic football coach, is a Hall of Fame football coach, and maybe, just maybe, the best coach of all time in the history of the National Football League. That being said, he sure ain't picking up the pieces real quick since Brady left. I mean, he made the playoffs a couple years ago, but this team last year did not play like a Belichick kind of team. You see the numbers on the screen, and they were fine defensively, but offensively, they didn't cut it. And there's a reason why now there's a new offensive coordinator who's kind of going back to the old way of doing things, right? And that's why Bill O'Brien was brought in to help a struggling, I don't want to call them moribund offense, because they weren't moribund. They weren't exactly terrible. They weren't good either. They were 26th in total offense, 29th in plays per drive. They were 24th in rushing yards. All this while finishing in the top 10 in most defensive categories. They scored 7 points in the opener against Miami, and that was kind of a sign of things to come. In all, they scored 24 or fewer points in 11 of 17 games. And if you do that in the AFC East, unless you got like the 2000 Ravens defense or the 85 Bears defense, which they do not have, you're going to lose. It became a problem. So, as we said, O'Brien is back, and he's in as offensive coordinator. Can he help Mac Jones? That is the question. Mac Jones had a great rookie season. Everyone was saying, you know what? Maybe they don't have to worry about Tom Brady so much. Of course, you never want to lose anyone the caliber of a Tom Brady. But, you know, Mac Jones came in and kind of took this team by storm, took the league by storm. Last year, not so much. He struggled a ton. And not only that, he went 6-8 in his starts. His backup, Bailey Zappi, went 2-0. So there's a lot of talk this year. How long will it be? How much will Bill Belichick need to see to pull the plug on Mac Jones before he says, you know what? We're going to give Bailey Zappi a chance here. I don't know. I think only he knows the answer to that. And you know what? He might not even know the answer to that yet. The good news for him is he's got a great running game. He's got Rhamondre Stevenson, who took a great leap forward last year. They do lose Damian Harris, but Rhamondre Stevenson was able to rush for over 1,000 yards after having just 600 yards the season before that. So he comes in with only 5 touchdowns. So being around the goal line wasn't necessarily his forte. Not that he can't do that. So what did the Patriots do? Just a few weeks ago, they were able to sign Ezekiel Elliott off the scrap heap from Dallas. And look, Zeke's not going to play like he used to play. He's going to play a lot of third downs when they have third and shorts. He's going to be able to catch a pass out of the backfield when they need him to. And he's going to be able to score inside the 5-yard line, which is his specialty. So if you're in a fantasy football league like mine, that touchdowns are way more important than get a ton of yards, Zeke might still be your guy. Otherwise, Rhamondre Stevenson's pretty good. And then in the receiving side of things, they kind of traded out Jacoby Myers for JuJu Smith-Schuster they brought over from Kansas City. And, got to think it's an upgrade. It's at least what and what. So Mac Jones has plenty to throw to, along with his tight ends, including Hunter Henry, who it seems like Hunter Henry's kind of been around for a while now. It wasn't he around like 15 years? No, it wasn't that long ago, but I give him grief. But they also brought in Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins. So Mike Gesicki is going to play a big role in this offense. You will see Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki on the field together quite a bit, I would imagine, with this receiving core that they have. But really, and I teased to it in the open, when it comes down to how to figure out what this team is going to do, really what it comes down to is the schedule. And I got to be honest, it's brutal. And we'll take a look at it here on the screen. But look, it's not just the toughest schedule in the league. You know, some of them we look at and you're like, this is third toughest, this is sixth toughest. And you see easy stretches and you say, you know, that's not as tough as whatever the number is. This one is. I mean, there's a reason why this is the first toughest schedule, the toughest. And again, these offer all these schedule rankings are formulas that I got from Caesars Sportsbook. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but to me, this one looks right on. This one's spot on. You look at how it starts. Look, great. You're home. Two in a row to start the season. You get Philadelphia, and then you get Miami on a Sunday night. But it's not easy. I mean, are they going to win one of those games? I'm not sure. Then at the Jets, at Dallas, New Orleans. I mean, realistically, there's a realistic chance. Not saying it's going to happen because I don't think it's going to happen. There's a realistic chance this team is 0-5 when it goes to Las Vegas on October 15th. And there's a even better than realistic. I think it's completely possible they're like 1-4 or somewhere along those lines. Because after Vegas doesn't get any easier. You get Buffalo, you get at Miami, and then they get a mini break playing Washington and going to Germany to play Indianapolis before their bye week, which is in a nice spot, and then maybe at the Giants. But look how this season ends. So if you want to call that a break and a chance to win 3 in a row, or if you say, you know what, I think New England might be better than Miami. I don't necessarily think that, but if you think that, fine. After that Giants game, which is the Sunday after Christmas, look at what they finish with. Chargers at Pittsburgh, Kansas City, at Denver, at Buffalo, at the New York Jets. Man, here's a little stat for you. The New England Patriots, when's the last time they missed the playoffs in back-to-back seasons? I'll give you a second to think about it. Why? Because it's been a while. It's been a long time. The last time they missed the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, the first two numbers of the first season were 19. 1999 and 2000. That is a long time ago and a long stretch to go. As we told you, they've only missed the playoffs 3 times in the last 20 years. I don't know. Are they going to do it again? Drum roll, please. 8-9, and I think I'm being generous. I think the reason why I'm going with 8 wins here is because of a couple reasons. Anyone who's watched me at all over the past few years knows how I think about the public, and it's just too easy to think this team is going to be terrible. It's too easy to think this schedule is going to get the best of them. And, you know, 8 times out of 10, I go by a schedule. I take a team. I go game by game, line by line, say, you know what, this is a win, this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a win, and I come up with a number. This one, I can't predict them to not win 8 games and go under, because that's what Vegas has them at. I mean, even though you see the over 7.5 here, they're juicing this, way juicing this to the under. So it might as well be 7, and you probably can get 7 at some places. I just think they're going to be better than that. I think this division is going to be tough overall. I think New England's going to win the games that they're supposed to win. I think they're going to win the ones that they're close. It's like even or -2 or +2. And I think they're going to surprise with a couple. We'll see. We'll find out. We're going to finish the division with another trendy kind of pick. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets finishes out the week right here on bet.nola.com tomorrow.